Good evening and welcome to tonight's Risk Dial update. The North Central District Health Department has updated their risk dial for the coming week, and Holt County continues to be yellow. This is a moderate risk level. That means we will continue to expect staff and students to mask at school. Let me tell you, your kids have been rock stars about masking up, and we've been excited to see so many wearing masks without a complaint. We're excited because if your child is wearing a mask, the chances of them being required to quarantine are greatly reduced. We also want to thank you for keeping your students home if they aren't feeling well. Taking their temperature daily before school is key to keeping everyone healthy. Please keep communicating with your building principals in regards to your child's symptoms and possible testing they may be undergoing. So, if your child is being tested for COVID, what does that mean for your other children? We're working to get clarification from North Central District Health Department and the medical providers in our area concerning whether or not siblings of a student who is being tested should quarantine until the test results are back. We understand that there have been some mixed messages on this topic, and we hope to have a better standard answer for everyone by next week's broadcast. Our school nurse, Stephanie Prouty, has been doing a wonderful job of trying to follow up with parents in regards to children's health conditions. Please be cooperative about sharing information if you get a call from her. We couldn't be happier about the start of the school year and the fact that we're almost 3 weeks in with no positive cases. We realize this can change at any time, but we are thankful for each day we see your child in the classroom. We have had some students with strep and other illnesses, so do be aware that those things are also going around.
All right, so for some elementary updates, first off, I want to give a shout out to our students and staff for how well they're catching on to the protocols. They're doing the best they can, and we really appreciate that. Social distancing, while we've been in yellow, has been stressed and increased a little bit more. Our goal is to minimize the amount of quarantine if there is a positive case in the building. An example that we're using for there is at lunchtime, 2 of our 3 rooms are eating in their homerooms, and the 3rd homeroom is eating in the lunchroom. This allows for optimal social distancing. Mask wearing has gone well. Our staff is offering mask breaks for students throughout the day to make the process better for everyone. And if your child does have to quarantine, remember we will be using Seesaw. That's an app that we use to communicate for all of our pre-K through 6 students. There have been notes sent home about it. Most of our parents are on it. If you're not, your teacher has been reaching out some more, and you might be getting reached out from me as well here soon. If you would like to get onto Seesaw and you haven't yet, please call the school office tomorrow and we can help you walk you through it. It's a pretty simple process to get logged in. And then finally, our students have done a great job of sitting with their parents at all of our home events. Please remember that students are expected to sit with their families at all school events.
If you do have a student who is required to quarantine, just a reminder, your students' teachers will post all class assignments to your student's Canvas account, and all students have a Canvas account. Your student's teachers will send an email to your student with a Zoom link so your child can connect and engage with the class from home. They'll need their laptops and an internet connection to do that, and teachers may also post that Zoom link to their child's Canvas account as well. So if you have a student who is required to remain at home for a period of time, we want them to continue to participate in class so they do not fall behind. So be aware that we're going to be asking them to do that. Activities reminders, inside activities, students will be expected to wear a mask in the student sections. If they do not want to wear a mask, they need to sit with the parents in the no mask sections. Right now, if students attend an outside event, they are expected to maintain social distancing in the stands, but have not been required to wear a mask at this time. And understand that these expectations can change at any time, but as Mrs. Shane shared, we've been really proud of how our students have responded to the expectations thus far. Homecoming week is just around the corner. It's September 14th through the 18th. We're currently working to organize and plan for some events for that week. There will be some differences than in the past and some modifications, but we're working to plan a fun and spirited week for our students. Plans are being made for outside dance, where students will be required to wear a mask, and we will not be allowing dates from other communities. We are working to determine modifications to Wednesday's traditional Eagle Olympics activities, and we're also planning for an informal coronation for our students on Wednesday and a formal coronation on Friday night prior to the dance. We will likely only allow students and parents to attend the formal coronation on Friday. And again, students and parents only for that Friday night formal coronation prior to the dance. We will finalize our plans as soon as possible and communicate them to our students soon. And again, I want to emphasize what Mrs. Shane shared earlier about the importance of wearing a mask at school and all school events. We recognize they're not enjoyable and they certainly are an inconvenience, but we have also seen how doing so can impact the length of time you may have to quarantine if you are exposed to someone who tests positive for COVID. And we want kids to keep enjoying these opportunities here at school and in activities for as long as we can.
Thanks so much for tuning in to tonight's update. We will see you next Wednesday at 7, and stay healthy.
Thank you.